we have Ms. Ifill. You are the NAACP Legal Defense Vice President?
President.
Oh, excusez-moi. So that's really a great accomplishment. You know, can you tell us a little bit about your background? You know, where did it all start?
Well, it all started like it starts for most people in their family and in their community. I'm the youngest of 10 children. I'm a born and bred New Yorker. I grew up in Queens, and I grew up in a family that had a very strong social justice ethic. My father was a social worker in Harlem.
Social workers represent.
Hey! And what he taught me was that we were people of the world. We were constantly watching programs and documentaries and following political events. And my father was what you would call a race man. He loved black people, and he instilled that in all of us. And so I come from a family of people who care about other people, who believe that our mission in life, in addition to raising our children and loving one another, is a mission of service and is a mission to make this world better. For me, I knew from the time I was 8 years old I wanted to be a civil rights lawyer. And so I always imagined that I was going to be working with the law and fighting for justice and fighting for equality, fighting to give people opportunity.
And you know, that's amazing. I was just, you know, you talk about civil rights, and I'm thinking right about now about the whole Black Lives Matter movement. Like, what are your thoughts on, you know, the movement and where you would like to see social justice and in the next 5 years, or just moving forward?
Well, I think as painful as the events of the last few years have been, what has been so exciting is seeing the power and the passion of young people, their determination to change the world, to not accept the status quo, to say this is not good enough. And in every wave of social justice movements, in the civil rights movement, it's always young people who push, and they push us. They push people like me to say, hurry up, right now, right? The impatience of young people is something that we always need in our movement. So when people ask me how I feel about the movement, I can only say that I'm excited and energized and challenged by it. We should all be challenged. When the young people of this country are telling us something is wrong, that what I see is not the image of America that I have been sold, that what I see is not good enough, that this is not what I want to pass on, that it must change, then the rest of us have to be convicted by that, and we have to ask ourselves, what can we do in this moment to transform? And we wake up at the NAACP Legal Defense Fund doing that every day. Every day I put both feet on the floor, and I'm trying to push the needle further on equality and justice than I did the day before.
That's fantastic, fantastic. One of the things we're doing this evening, Ms. Ifill, is we're doing a live web broadcast of the Brother and Sister Soul event and encouraging people to be generous, to donate. Because with all of the good intentions, without the funds to be able to provide the programs the Brotherhood Sister Soul provides, and the kind of foundation you had, your educational background, going to Vassar, going to New York Law School, being part of the Open Society, it's wonderful to have those role models at the top, President of the United States, but the work really is on the street, in the trenches. That's what Brosis does, and I know you joined me and Alicia asking our viewers tonight to consider donating, to show their voice, to show their support to this organization.
I'm not asking, actually, for people to consider donating. I'm demanding that people support this organization. You know, we make investments all the time. We're never not making investments. We make investments as a country. We make investments in a prison system, for example. As individuals, we make investments in a nice pair of shoes, or a great dinner, or cable TV, or something that we really want for ourselves. But the kind of investment that I think is critical tonight is the investment in our future, the investment in organizations that are willing to sit with, listen to, work with, and advance young people. That means those are organizations that are directly involved in securing our future as a country, our future as a democracy, our future as a community. And if we would invest in a pair of shoes, and we invest in cable TV, and we invest in a prison industrial complex, we should be willing to invest in our young people and in our future. These are young people who are engaged in positive activities. These are young people who are finding the leadership that lives within them. We need them for our future. So this is an investment in our future. If you care about your tomorrow, if you care about your children's tomorrow, if you care about what this country will look like in 10 years from now, then you have to give to this extraordinary organization, which is really on the ground working with our young people. It's fantastic to have a black president. It's fantastic to have African American CEOs and leaders. I know many of them, I admire many of them, I love them. But it's as important, if not more important, to have those who are willing to work one-on-one one-on-one, two-on-two, 10-on-1 with young people, and who have the time to listen to them and the heart to work with them and the mission to encourage and support them. Please give today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Lovely.